Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Barons, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, it's been a good season for them so far, and they're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could...
It has been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62. From the 10, and out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. From the 30 on second down, Wilson. 7 yards there and a first down. Wilson. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now Hunt. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
The 40, past the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. B.J. Hill, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his 2nd NFL season, already getting his chance. I mean, harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his 2nd year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Here's Stanley to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now Stanley. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Stanley. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Stanley. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Mitchell will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 10. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Off play action at Stanley. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that play was all about timing between the quarterback and his tight end, because the ball's got to be released with a little bit of float to it so he can run under it. Lays it out there for him. You know what else is involved? Trust that he's going to separate from the defender and have a chance to get the football. And he does exactly that and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
Stanley's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Stanley looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 1st downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Stanley. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mitchell again. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, there's a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the 1st down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
On 4th down, Stanley. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Niners will add to their first quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run again with Hunt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are ready to return to Super Bowl 62 action. Start of the second quarter. Here we go. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hunt is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Again, it's Hunt, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Barons get a bit closer. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
The extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A 10-play drive that time. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And some room to work. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on 1st down. Stanley completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They run over. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Stanley's throw pulled in by Kittle. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. John Franklin Myers, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though, good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Carlson able to put this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Stanley on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Stanley throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, he obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burpo?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st down, Stanley. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw on 2nd down, Stanley. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run again with Hunt. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to be 49er football. Coming up. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On first down, Wilson. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again here, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. Second down and goal. Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And this one is right through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Here's Stanley to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, on the other side, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stanley. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll get this to the 32. On second down, right back to Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On the counter, Hunt pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now Stanley. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing is Stanley. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Stanley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Stanley looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives. So
are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 94 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 31. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1. And I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Franklin Myers able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Looking to throw on second down. Stanley flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Stanley escaping the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. That's taken on the 25. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the 4th and final quarter. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Looking to throw. Stanley. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They run over center with Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to Mitchell here. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Second and 2, first down marker at the 8. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Stanley. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 3 yards out. And the 49ers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This is Hunt on the draw play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Another completion here to Hunt. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Wilson. Again, he finds Moore. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Wilson will throw again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. Right back to Mitchell on second down. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. The Niners on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But, unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Wilson's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing again here, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. One last shot for Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Niners come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.